For Louisiana versus all y'all, Jarrett Roser here with junior defensive star Tyquereis Wilson of Union Parish, who is heading to a fourth straight state championship, a streak that goes back to when Ty was in eighth grade and watching some of the older guys do this thing. Man, to continue this run that you guys have and to show that level of consistency and to be playing for a state championship again in December. I mean, how does that feel to know you guys are hopping on a bus in a couple of days to head down to the Superdome?
It feels great to be back here because many people said that we weren't gonna get back here. So it's that much awesome to get here, but we got to finish the job this year.
Talk to me a little bit about that because we talked about that before. Trey Holly, the record-setting running back from last year's class, graduates, heads on down to LSU, and I think immediately y'all went a little bit to kind of the back of some folks' minds or a little bit of the back burner. How much did y'all talk about that? How much of a chip on y'all's shoulder did that create, and what's worked so well for y'all to continue doing what y'all do?
Just being around each other, we always have a chip on our shoulders, but that just made it even better because every week somebody got us losing or getting out the playoffs, but somehow like we come back together as a team and finish the job and execute.
Coach Spad is a pretty fiery coach. How much did he kind of make sure that y'all kept in mind? Did he on y'all of look, people around the state are doubting y'all?
Every day he lets somebody like every day he tell us about it every day.
What are some of the biggest similarities this year's team to some teams that we've seen make this run in the past versus maybe what the biggest difference or couple differences are? Obviously, there's a couple of different faces in some key places, but at the end of the day, Union Parish is going to get out there, run the ball, play some defense, and try and beat the heck out of some opponents. How would you kind of compare, contrast what this year's group has been thus far?
The difference just players and numbers. Players and numbers change, but we gonna always have that talent to back up somebody. Somebody go down, next man up. So like the competitiveness we got this year, well, really all the years we really been good, but we just hadn't executed and finished. We ain't finished. We didn't get the job done.
I mean, in terms of taking the positives of look, we've been as consistent in getting to the dome as anyone in the state has, but knowing also that's not the mission. You guys are trying to win that thing and bring another trophy back home. How do you
Right.
kind of find the balance of yeah, this is awesome. What we're doing is awesome. There's a level of consistency here that's special, but also we know we've got to take it that next step.
We use going back 3 times and losing as motivation. Motivate like the fourth time, it's not gonna be the same result. Like we motivated, we use the same three as flame and fire to to go out there and execute and make it better. Like I wouldn't say I'm glad to be in this situation, but I'm glad that we got the chance to redeem ourselves this year.
No doubt. How has your role developed? I mean, we'll talk some about from a football standpoint as well, but just in terms of having been a young guy who was starting to play your role to last year, I mean, you were a big time playmaker, certainly, but still a sophomore, and now a junior and upperclassman. You've been through it a couple of times and whatnot. How have you seen just your role within the team from a leadership standpoint kind of develop over the last couple of years?
Uh, Last couple years, like, but the game was like kind of fast for me, but I was able to slow it down. And leadership point, like I can help guys because I already done been there. Like especially with the people that play the same position with me.
And you have your role in terms of the football component has kind of shifted a little bit where we've seen you go from more of an end to now middle linebacker. How have you felt about that adjustment? And clearly it's working out well because you're sitting there a couple tackles away from hitting 200 for the season. How have you felt about just that role change and what you've been able to do in the middle?
Uh, whatever my team need me to play, I play it. So really and truly, it don't matter where I'm at. Plays go happen. If you execute every play, plays go happen.
What would that 200 tackle mark mean? I know at the end of the day, you just want to bring home a trophy. If it's 0 tackles and a championship trophy, that's just fine. But
Right.
to continue to establish yourself as one of the top defensive playmakers in the entire state, how how cool has that been? How special has that been to just kind of showcase your ability to play at as high a level as anybody.
It's cool. Like I like how I set goals for myself. Last year, last year I had 185. So this year was the goal was to get past 185. Really and truly, I got on my board over there. The goal was this year was 250, but I don't think I'm not getting there. But I like to say a high standard for myself, so it helped me compete.
Yeah. I feel good about 200 because you only need 7 and you're doubling that pretty much on average. But
Right.
250 even for you might be high right now.
250. I must be tackling my teammates.
you you so you guys see a St. James team that the last time these programs met was when you were a middle school guy back in 2019, before Union started making this streak of getting to the Dome every year. But this is a St. James team that the last couple of weeks has beaten programs that y'all know extremely well in a district rival in Sterlington, and a kind of non-district rival in Manny that y'all have matched up some in recent years. And so I mean, their whole path is programs that y'all know well. How does that affect or help, if at all, just kind of what you can see about that St. James team on film, knowing, okay, this is how we matched up against North Webster earlier this year, this is how we matched up against Sterlington, and this is how St. James looked against them? Can you pull some stuff from film because of that familiarity that kind of helps?
Yeah, like they fast. So we gonna set the we gonna set the life out the run game. So we can kill the run game and the passing game. Yeah, we pretty much got it.
So when we get this game on Friday evening or Friday late afternoon, and we're watching Union and St. James match up, what is that atmosphere and energy and all those pieces going to look like? I know I saw it today. You're going to have the Carol band joining you guys down there again. What do you think it's
Yes,
going to
sir.
feel like and look
It's gonna
like
be
on
a great
Friday?
atmosphere. It's gonna be a crowd that you want to be in.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it, man. And I know you guys are looking forward to the opportunity as well. So I appreciate you taking a few minutes here on a Monday and chatting. And I hope you guys have a good rest of the week of preparation. Look forward to seeing y'all.
Yes, sir.
You got it. Again, he's Tyquereis Wilson, the standout junior defensive playmaker for that Union Parish Farmers team. And for Louisiana versus all y'all, Jarrett Roser. Looking forward to seeing the Farmers and the Wildcats play for a Division III state championship in just a few days. Thanks, Ty.